Good evening, guys. To talking or to speaking with you about that's other typicals or either strategies for speaking English language. My student to ask me the simple questions about teachers. What does that mean about the play of the English language? How can I get the meanings and use it that? Maybe that is the symbol or different strategies to make the hub for use the language for a better side. How can I play with English language or play with this language? Use a different part for use the English and develop myself for this language. There are many different strategies, categories, or different circumstances of this language, but depending on you or me, for example, or as of me, use the language for a different side. That is a very essential point to talking or choosing about to use it or develop this language. Play with the language, use it today about the ever-less English language today. How can I that's effective the language in our life and use a different side with the skills about language and practice that with exercise or activity related language. Some of them is the traditional way, some of them is the academy way. It's okay, I agree with that. But in case of need, when using the academy way to develop a different side of myself for this language, and maybe the traditional way or the academy way help me the another side use it as language. For example, here, when I want to write about the simple topics or simple idea about language, I need use it the international ways or traditional academy way to write in this language for the formal writing for about the formal place, for example. So I need use it the first step, the second step, or the third step with the original about my idea, original about my thoughts for writing about this topic. The another writing is the in general writing. To anyone you can writing, anyone you can read and get the meaning just. That's a different side. But the different way you all of both of them is very important. But how can I understand the both of them and use both of them in the better way? That's helped me to use it the English in different side. For example, here, when I want to try to write their language for the right hand, is the most of the people in the world write the right hand for the language. It's okay, you can write well because you practice over and over to writing about the language or writing any different letters for this language. When I want to ask him, you can be able to write the left hand about that's the symbol your language or your light about your language. Some of them or all of them absolutely cannot be right well. You feel frustrated and worry about to write that the letters the letter in this language. Where is the problem exactly? The problem absolutely in general about to practice to writing about that later. When you can write different side, different section, different times, you can do well. But when you use that is the new for you, maybe you can be afraid it cannot be well, you can understand yourself, maybe you can make mistake for writing that letters. The English are the same. The both mentioned here, here about the mentioned before. How can I play the English language in our side, and how can the language to effective mean our life and use a different parts? Sometimes I like it that I want to play with different exercise activity, but depend on you to use it the best way to play with this language when I want to play the language with myself to get the idea and use the different section, different bar, different categories for this for using that language. That's very important when you feel uh, pessimistic for this language. Some of them don't like it that the another people, maybe a member of your family, your friends, or your co-workers, when using that side cannot be accepted this either. But after that, when you feel trust myself when blood the language and don't feel worry and don't waste your time and don't feel boring to you about language. So that's help you to use it the language for different times, different side, different circumstance in our life, in journey for your life, and develop yourself a language without feelings or feel boring and trust your and after that trust yourself use the language with different parts. For example, for me, happen with me when I will try for use the language in our life. So I need the different side, not use it the different at the same bar, the same one to learn the language. That is effective me in our life. Yeah, when I want to develop myself and continue up to use the language, so use the different bars to use the language in our life, in our maybe the works, my works or career to help me about that language. When I want to teach my classmate, use a different section, not use the same rank to explaining or the same way for explaining or talk with them or use it the same side. I need use a different size to use the language for different section. Like you can write the board, you can writing about after the teacher or the book, or maybe you can create the idea with your mind. I have the simple example for in this moment. When you will try use it or play with the language to develop it myself, help me to understand this language, I need use different sections of my body, for example, or facial expression, or use the body language to help me and understand about this language. Sometimes when I can get the meaning about this word, maybe that is happening in our life. You can find the word or about the things or this item in our life cannot get the meanings. It's a what that mean exactly for about that things or about that's ideas or that's items. You can get the meaning, so you need to describing that. That's the language as the same. Maybe there are many or tons different item things around for our life can good. I can get what the name is calling for about that things. The English is the same or learn the language as the same. So that is very important. When you use a different spot, you need to play with the language, with different section, different idea, different thoughts, with your first, or maybe you can with myself, with my friends or my classmates, you can play with them for this language in the better side, in the more likely way to get the meanings and understand each other about this language. So I'm happy to see you, to talking with you in this moment. Inshallah, you to talking with you another idea for another time. With you for about journey, the learning for this language. I'm happy. I'm so extremely happy to see you in this moment, guys, in this time and see you and goodbye.